Hey, hello everyone, welcome back. Now we have case study. So we have Sunil Nisarg from VPhrase and we have Sunil Jain from Sony Pictures Networks India. They will be taking us through the case study, unblocking possibilities in media and entertainment. Over to you guys.
Hey, hi, a very good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nisarg Bavishi, and I'm a co-founder of VPhrase. Along with me, I have Sunil Jain, who leads analytics at Sony Pictures Network. So, yeah, we are going to discuss a very interesting use case that we've done with Sony Pictures Network. My team has really worked closely with the analytics team led by Sunil. But before we do a detailed discussion on our use case, we would quickly do a round of introduction about our companies. So Sony doesn't require any introduction, but Sunil, if you would want to cover a few points about Sony.
Yes, yes. So Sony, if you see, in India, we have presence from last 25 years. We have almost 700 million plus viewers across India and across globe, and we are spread across more than 167 countries. Coming to the our uh, presence across the organizational hierarchy, we are the subsidiary company of the Sony Corporation Japan, and our channels are spread across the multiple genres. And if you see 2 months back, Sony was awarded as the great place to work by best place to work by great place to work. And one of the biggest media player in this market.
Right. And quickly moving to VPhrase. So we are a 5-year-old data analytics and business intelligence augmentation platform. We have a 55-member team working out of 3 offices, and we've till date generated 2.5 million reports. But what does VPhrase do actually? So we have our product, which is Fraser, which is an AI-powered natural language generation platform. And when I say natural language generation platform, what our platform can do is it can connect to various data sources within enterprises, analyze those data that resides there, reasons it, and writes like a human being in multiple languages. So we convert data into narratives, and these narratives are key bullet points and insights that actually give out and make it much easier for end business users to understand the complexities much quickly. So that's what we do as a company. And quickly moving on to the use case. So there are a few challenges that I would actually want Sunil to take up,
Yes, yes.
specifically for the TV and media industry.
Okay, so if you see the some of the challenges related to data and analytics in media industry. One is uh, the real time insights in either with the help of the stream based data, or almost close near real time data processing, as data ingestion as well as processing, and reporting and analytics with minimum durations. Second thing, if you see the wide variety of the data sets, every week every media company is getting the viewership data sets from the BRC India. Okay, so one of the biggest challenge is to generate to collaborate that viewership data along with your content metadata. It's very I can say one of the uh, very well known use case across the media and entertainment industry, because your whether it's a time spent by the viewers, or whether it's your television rating, what are the content that is driving your TVR and TVS across your
Right.
genres and across your channels. Okay. And second thing, if you see in the recent as part of the recent transformation in media entertainment, because of the digital platform, the consumption of the content is increased over OTT. It increased on OTT platforms, right? So for any media company, so if you see the current the overall aspects, it is completely changing, like the product based technology product based companies like Uber, Ola, and Oyo, and so on, because they need technology platforms that can quickly generate analysis on the stream based data ingestions from the OTT platforms, and generate the quick insights on real time manner, and provides the and convert it into actions. It's the biggest challenge for the media and entertainment industry. And second thing, by uh, these high expectations from the business user and so on. Manual methods of the data collations or data transformations or on analytics top of it, it will not work at all, because manual effort have the bigger timeline than the automated and the real time insights. So these are the challenges related to media and entertainment industry.
Right. So just summarizing what Sunil said, it means viewership is one of the paramount KPIs or metrics that any TV broadcasting company would look at. And the viewership data currently being collected, collated by BARC, which is Broadcast Audience Research Council. It sends out this data together every Thursday, and it's a fairly granular, complex data that goes every week. There is a set of analysts that actually has to work on that data, create reports in a day for all the channel managers. Now it's a painstaking task, and I know Thursdays at media companies, it's one of the most hectic days. And the way the manual examination of that data and the analysis that happens, it's fairly, it's not possible to get into a fine-grained analysis due to the time limit that is there. And so we tried to see how this could really fit into a Fraser solution. So Fraser can actually integrate with complex data sets. At the same time, you could apply your complex business logics and configure it with your industry specific nuances. With the help of Fraser, we were able to actually capture the viewership BARC KPIs into the platform. So every time the data updates on every week, Fraser would generate out these business logics and insights very quickly. And along with the natural language generation layer that we have, we were able to convert these insights into easy to understand narratives. So a typical leadership team would not look at charts or numbers. They just need a few bullet points that they could actually read through. And that's what we achieved with our platform. With the platform that we've configured, we actually could generate reports for 7 genres and 25 channels very quickly, which are personalized to every channel manager's requirement. At the same time, the output that gets generated was really intense. It was comprehensive in nature. So, and we not just stopped at automating that process, but we actually went and integrated with the historical data that Sony actually captures on a weekly basis. So we had years of data that Sony has on viewership, and then we actually could get out much more trending insights and help them in forecasting as well. So that was the solution we developed. But to give you a very quick excerpt from the reports that now get generated, it's very important for every show manager or a channel manager to know if their TRP or GRP has declined, and if it's declined, what was the reason. And to put it down from the data that they get every week, it's fairly difficult to, because there could be multiple reasons causing it. And so, for example, if Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma's TRP has declined, it could be due to many reasons. It could be because Mr. Narendra Modi giving across a speech. It could be an IPL match, or it could be a world TV premiere of movies like Bahubali. Now, all of these could really eat up your viewership a lot, and you would want to know if this is a cause of concern or a one-off event. At the same time, apart from your competitors' content, that could eat up your viewership, there are another factors in terms of power outage in a certain region, or maybe a distribution failure by a local cable operator. Now, even this would actually eat up your viewership. And with our algorithms, we actually browse through all the data from BARC and Chrome data that comes in on the distribution to give out these reasons fairly quickly. And this makes it really easy for the business user. So the analyst doesn't have to actually traverse or browse through 600 channels for the same time slot to see what has eaten up their viewership. So with this platform, this really helps. I've not mentioned it out here, but there are multiple reasons for viewership decline, such as even the movement in the neighborhood of a channel. So what it means is that if I'm launching a channel and it's placed just next to Star Plus or maybe Sony Entertainment Television, both of these are high viewership channels, and if my channel being next to them could actually garner me a lot of viewership, because people usually browse through nearby channels. But if I'm placed apart from them, then in that case, I would actually have a lot decline in my viewership. And so we would actually also, the algorithm would also go and check the neighborhood changes in the large. So maybe if Tata Sky has changed their neighborhood for my channel, it's going to impact my viewership. And that's an attribution that we could also do on our platform. So more than talking about the solution, I think if Sunil, if you could add onto the impacts that you see, that would actually have more value coming out of from you. Sunil, you are on mute.
Sunil, you are on mute.
Okay, so because of these solutions, on every Thursday, we are able to generate the insights out of the more than 100 plus files that we are downloading from the BRC applications. So we are parallelly extracting the the multiple files and processing all the data sets at a time, and we are trying to and it is generating outcome within 15-20 minutes. And once it generates the outcome, it is automating it automatically distributing to all business users across the genres, across the department, across the business units. Okay, and one good thing about the solution is every week we are getting the consistent and accurate result across the insights. Okay, we are not receiving any complaint related to mismatch in numbers or mismatch in distribution and so on. So timely getting the insights and distributing it to the target audience, it is one big benefit. And another benefit, nowadays if you see, as I mentioned in a previous slide, to analyze this viewership data along with the content metadata, it is very crucial for the media and entertainment industry, because along with the viewership data, it is some of the the computer vision or ML related analytics, like facial recognitions, then speech recognitions, text recognitions, object recognitions, okay, and scene recognitions. If you combine all these AIML based capability along with the viewership data sets, it will generate very good insights, who is driving your your television ratings, and who is attracting viewers to stick to their contents and so on. So it is really every weekly, it's really helping us to provide data sets on time, and to convert it into proper business actions, insights to actions. Yes.
Right. And so again, so this is not something that we have delivered once with Sony, but we are actually working very closely with their analytics team and with Sunil as such, where we are doing continuous innovations with Sony and Pictures Network. One of them is, where we're doing content metadata mapping, which means that we are actually mapping the scenes and show characters and trying to correlate with them with the BARC viewership. This essentially means that we could identify which are the story plots and characters that audiences really like and would want to look at those to increase viewership. And this could really help in content analysis and develop content which is more intuitive for the end users using computer vision and machine learning. On the second phase that we're working is integrating with the RPA systems that they have internally to make the fetching of data, the distribution of reports, all in all completely automated without any manual intervention at all. Also, you guys have seen that in the recent times the kind of OTT platforms have got the traction. That's something that really defines how the new audience is going to want their content to be. So we are doing an analytics with them over their online portals that now generate a lot of content to help them generate this content much more relevant for the new audience. So these are various areas that we are actually working closely with SPN and Sunil to achieve new innovations in media and TV. So yeah, that's thank you everyone. That was pretty much that we wanted to cover on this case study. Any questions? We are open for it.
Hi everyone. If you have any question, you can raise your hand, or you can just drop your question in the question box. All right. So thank you so much for this beautiful insight, Nisarg and Sunil. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks, Gaurav.
Thank you. Thanks, Gaurav.
We'll be back in 5 minutes for our next panel discussion.